Hi everyone, it's me, Magic Meals with Marcy, one more time. Today I'm posting a little later than usual this week because we've been kind of having the flu going through the house. We still got some tummies that are not quite up to par, so I thought today I'd go with a nice, easy chicken soup, but we're going to give it a little bit of a different flavor with some lemon and dill. To start with, we're going to take just a couple tablespoons of olive oil in our pan here, or pot, excuse me, not a pan. Turn our heat on, get that warming up. And to that we're going to add about 3 carrots, 3 stalks of celery, half of an onion, and about 3 cloves of garlic, all chopped up. You can put those right in our pot there. That's the nice thing about these flexible plastic cutting mats, is you can just fold them up so everything goes right in the pot. And we're just going to saute that for a couple of minutes. I'll use this. That'll work. Turn our heat down just a little bit. We don't want it wrapping around the side of the pan. So we're going to saute that for about 4 to 6 minutes until the onions are starting to turn translucent and the veggies are starting to get soft. Once that happens, I'm going to add 8 cups of chicken broth, and yes, 4 cups of it is frozen from when we made chicken broth before, but that's no problem. On the heat it's going to thaw real fast, and it's going to cook up real nice. And then about a pound of chicken breast, and we're going to leave them whole. We'll chop them up later after they've cooked for a little bit. It'll be a lot easier than trying to mess with them raw. We're also going to put in 2 bay leaves and about a half a teaspoon of dried thyme. You can add fresh thyme if you have it. 2 or 3 sprigs would be good. Bay leaves are bay leaves. They don't really come fresh. Alright, there we go. But the reason for the celery and the carrots and the onions and the garlic is it gives it nice aromatic quality, which just helps open up your sinuses and helps you feel a little bit better when you're feeling congested. And it's just a comfort scent too. Alright, that's looking good. I apologize that I can't get much of a better angle than this for these videos. Still working on equipment. I'm hoping come tax time I can upgrade my equipment a little bit, but we'll see. We'll see what Uncle Sam gets me with. Probably not a whole lot this time, but that's okay. Alright, as you can see, the onions are starting to turn translucent. The veggies are starting to get a little bit soft. So we're going to go ahead and add our chicken broth. This is one I just bought. Alright, there's that one. Here's our frozen one. And I'm just going to tear it right out of our baggie. Plop that right in. Like I said, this will melt in a couple of minutes, especially when we get that heat turned up. And we'll be good to go. Oh no, I need a knife. Excuse me. Alright, let's see here. Be very careful if you have to do this. There's a little corner that pokes out of my frozen chicken broth. Alright, I'll operate on that in a minute. We're going to just plop in these chicken breasts here. Like I said, this is about a pound. These are pretty good sized breasts, so there's only 2 of them. Add our bay leaves and our thyme. And of course, salt and pepper. salt. And pepper. I'm going to have to clean this up when I'm done here, because I got chicken juice on my fingers. Once that's had a chance to cook for a little bit, I'll taste it and adjust the seasoning as I need to. Alright, let's get this off of here. There we go. Alright, and like I said, we're just going to bring that up to a boil and let that cook for about half an hour, and then we'll see you then. Okay, we're back. It's been about a half hour. The soup has been simmering for about a half hour. I just temp my chicken. It's 165 degrees, so we're going to go ahead and take that out. Set it here on our cutting board. There's two different ways you can handle the chicken at this point. One, you can cut it up, which is what I'm going to do, or you can take put it in a bowl and take a couple of forks and shred it. Either way, you're going to try to get to nice bite-sized chunks. Right now, what I'm doing is I'm looking for the bay leaves, because we want to get those out. All right, they're being stubborn. They're hiding from me. They are not going to come forward, so we'll just have to watch out for them when we're eating or during a later part of the soup, and take them out when we see them. Also, if you're using fresh thyme instead of the dried thyme, you'd want to go ahead and take the sprigs of thyme out at this point. The next thing that we're going to do is I have a cup of dried orzo pasta here. You can certainly use macaroni or letters or another smaller pasta if you like, but orzo is a fun one to do, so that's what we're going to do today. We're going to go ahead and pour that into our chicken broth and bring that back up to a boil and let that boil for about 8 to 10 minutes. In the meantime, we're going to start on some garlic toast to serve with our soup. What I've got here is about half of a baguette cut up into some nice slices. I've got the oven preheated to 375 degrees. And then in here, I've got a quarter cup of olive oil and about a teaspoon of minced garlic, the pre-bought kind. And we're just going to use our brush here. I've mixed it together and let it sit together for a few minutes. And we're just going to brush each piece of this garlic toast with this garlic olive oil. You can certainly use fresh garlic if you like. But for some things, I like to go with easy. I'm just going to give each piece of bread a nice brush of olive oil, garlic olive oil. Our broth is boiling nicely with our orzo in it, so that'll get cooked. And again, like everything, we want to put just a little bit of salt and pepper. Alright, and that's just going to go in our oven. And that's going to toast while our orzo is cooking. Like I said, that'll be about 8 to 10 minutes, so we'll be back again. Okay, we're back one last time to finish up our soup. The orzo is nice and al dente in the soup. We've got our chicken breast all cut up into bite-sized pieces. Just going to slide that back into our soup and let it get nice and hot again. In here we've got about a tablespoon of dried dill, or you can use like 3 tablespoons of fresh dill if you like. And then we've got 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, which is about the juice of 1 whole lemon and the zest of a lemon. And we'll stick those in there. And give it a quick stir. Just give it a minute or two for the dill to bloom since we use dry. In the meantime, we're going to check on our garlic toast. It's nice and crispy and golden brown around the edges. If you want, you can put a little bit of Parmesan cheese on there if you have it, or you can serve it as is. You grab a bowl here. All right. There, lemon dill orzo chicken soup. Enjoy. Let me know what you think.